When the Miami Dolphins entered the 2024 season, there were hopes, dreams, and a whole lot of expectations. Playoff talk was buzzing, the offense was supposed to be explosive, and the defense, well, it was supposed to finally hold its ground. But by the time the season wrapped up, reality had hit hard. This team, as it stood, wasn't built for consistent success. It wasn't just about a few bad plays or unlucky breaks, there were deep-rooted issues, from the front office to the sidelines. Still, in the midst of a disappointing season, certain players managed to shine, rising above the chaos and showing that they could be a big part of the solution moving forward. Take Malik Washington, for example. Here's a guy who was practically overlooked early in the season. Whether it was the slow start or just a lack of trust from the coaching staff, he wasn't given much of a shot. But then things started to click. By the time the season ended, Washington was no longer just another face in the crowd. He had shown he could make tough catches, run sharp routes, and use his sneaky speed to make plays. Sure, the numbers, 26 catches for 223 yards, don't jump off the page, but numbers alone don't tell the story. It's how he fought for those yards, how he executed when his number was called, and how he showed glimpses of the potential that Miami so desperately needs. And let's not ignore the rumors swirling around Tyreek Hill. If he's traded this offseason, someone will need to step up in the receiver room. That someone could very well be Washington. Whether or not Hill stays, Washington has earned the right to see the field more often. This isn't about potential anymore, it's about opportunity. He's proven he's ready for it, and it's up to the Dolphins to recognize that. Then there's Tyrel Dodson, a name that might not have turned heads when he was claimed off waivers from Seattle. But for anyone paying attention, his impact was undeniable. The Dolphins' defense in 2024 was a problem, a big problem. Missed tackles, a lack of physicality, and an inability to force turnovers were issues all season long. Dodson, however, brought something different. He brought speed, strength, and a no-nonsense approach to tackling. He wasn't just another body out there, he played with an edge that Miami's defense had been missing. Let's not forget, this is a guy who was leading the Seahawks in tackles before they decided to let him go. It's hard to understand why they gave up on him, but their loss was Miami's gain. Dodson isn't the kind of player who will single-handedly transform a defense, but he's the kind of player you can rely on, a player who can be a building block. Miami needs to make it a priority to lock him down with a new contract and, more importantly, give him the playing time he's earned. Dodson doesn't just deserve a spot on this team, he deserves a bigger role moving forward. And what about Jalen Wright? When the Dolphins traded up in the 2024 NFL draft to grab him, it raised a few eyebrows. They gave up a 2025 third-round pick to take a running back, even though they already had Raheem Mostert and Jeff Wilson in the backfield. At the time, it felt like an unnecessary luxury. But by the end of the season, Wright was proving why Miami made that move. He didn't get a ton of opportunities, but when he did, he made the most of them. His 68 rushing attempts for 249 yards might not seem like much, but the way he ran the ball was impossible to ignore. Wright runs with purpose. He doesn't waste time dancing in the backfield, he finds the hole and attacks it. That kind of decisiveness is exactly what Miami's running game needs. Mostert struggled in 2024, and his future with the team is uncertain. His contract is easy to move on from, and given his inconsistent play, the Dolphins might decide to go in a different direction. Wilson is a free agent, and there's no guarantee he'll be back either. If both are gone, Wright will likely find himself with a much larger role in 2025. And based on what he showed this past season, he's ready for it. The Dolphins need to stop treating him like a backup plan and start treating him like the future of their backfield. All of this paints a picture of a team with potential that has to be nurtured and developed. The 2024 season was a mess, there's no denying that. But it also provided clarity. It showed who can be part of the solution and who can't. Malik Washington, Tyrel Dodson, and Jalen Wright have all proven they can help this team move forward. The question is whether the coaching staff will give them the opportunities they've earned. This isn't about making safe, conservative decisions. It's about taking risks on players who've shown they have what it takes. It's about recognizing talent and giving it the chance to shine. The Dolphins have a lot of work to do if they want to turn things around in 2025, but the pieces are there. Now it's time to put them in the right places and let them do what they do best.